You guys asked for it and you're getting it. Welcome back to another TheSatinCrew video, and today it is time to finally do a garage update. I hope you really like my professional mic setup which Nico made. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
Perfect, mate. Okay, so garage update. A lot of people are asking a lot of questions. Which cars are coming? Which cars are still there? So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what is up right in this video. I have to say there's a lot of cars missing right now which are not at Cave, but that also has a reason because Cave is actually full. Like every single spot has been taken up. So we're starting right here with these two beautiful golden AMGs. Our beautiful AMG GTR, obviously still covered in the sand from our last Supercar Camping trip. The car does definitely need a bit of love right now, but currently I really like keeping it sandy, and because the car's PPF'd and wrapped on top, actually nothing can go wrong. So it's perfectly defined that the car's a bit dirty at the moment. Currently thinking about what we should do to the car. Should we keep it in gold? Should we rewrap it again? Should we maybe do some modifications to it, as in a bigger front splitter, side skirts, bigger wing, all that kind of stuff? I thought about actually getting rid of the passenger seat of the car, so I can put like a fixed box in it or something for clothing and all that kind of stuff for Supercar Camping. Because for me, this will be like the main Supercar Camping car. Obviously, there will be changes, especially for the next trip. I'm not taking that car, I'm taking something else. I'll show you that later. So we need to see what we'll do with that one. But don't worry, the GTR is definitely not going anywhere. Like literally, this car was the first car on TheSatinCrew and still is here and will stay here. Even if at some point, probably in a year's time or something, it will just be sitting, let's say, like a museum piece. But we'll find out, Moving on, we got our G63 AMG. You guys know I asked you what we should do with the car. Currently also still a bit sandy and dirty, keeping it that way for a while now. Waiting to see what we will do body kit wise with the car, and that's when we're gonna move on. I think we'll do a full color change on that one actually. Do really like the gold on it, but let's be honest, you can't drive around with a golden G-Wagon.
You can.
You can. You can, but you don't have to. And I still think a G-Wagon looks really good in satin black. So we'll find out about that. Quick interruption from today's sponsor, which is Carly. It's a diagnostic system which is at the level of literally what the manufacturers can do in any workshop, because you can simply plug it into the OBD port of your car to check out what the actual issues are, troubleshoot everything quite simply, and make sure that the workshop doesn't overcharge you, because with Carly you will know exactly what is going on and what is wrong with your car. After placing your order with our code, obviously, you get this little box which contains the Carly adapter, which is literally that small, looking really cool to be honest, in the satin black. I like that. And then literally on here, download the app, plug into the OBD port, start the app. That's literally how easy it is. Another cool feature is obviously maintenance. Check up on your services, what you need to do when. Carly can show you everything. In my case, the car's actually in a very bad state right now. We got 18 fault codes, airbag information, infotainment, dynamic stability, gear lever, all that kind of stuff. Everything else is great. Just click clear issues. It's gonna take a couple of minutes now, but the issues of the car are now gonna be solved. You can obviously also unlock some cool features. For example, locking the car, you can have a beeping sound and you can actually adjust the volume of it. There could also be folding mirrors, which you didn't add when buying the cars, but now with the Carly app, you can unlock it. So we're gonna use Carly actually quite a lot. Thank you so much for your support, Carly. We'll keep going. Then we move on to our beautiful E92 M3 Bruno Sprengler edition, number 19 from 54. Car is filthy at the moment. I need to excuse myself for that because everything is a bit dirty and filthy at the moment. But yeah, E92 M3 is still here. You guys can get excited. This car here will be at the Essen Motor Show this year at the Twinbush stand. So everyone can have a look at the car. Quite cool, beautiful the way it is. Got the grey exhaust on. Still considering to get the M3 GTS front splitter. So that could be something we should be doing, but we'll see. But the car's obviously staying. M3 Touring is actually outside at the moment, but that's fine because that will actually get a lot of work done very shortly. We're getting full carbon fiber fenders, different bonnet, different roof, everything you can imagine, a lot of power. So that car's actually going to go quite crazy. And that car will actually also be at the Essen Motor Show, so you can get very excited for that. That one is going to be at the Speedtech and Kumo stand, which is going to be quite cool. Also going to get a different livery for that. No idea how we're going to manage that time-wise, but it will work out at some point. Getting new rims obviously as well. The Lara D50 with the Dalaras, you guys can be sure they will never leave us. They are very, very, very special to us. And another point, this car will also be at the Essen Motor Show at the Twinbush stand. So these two will be at Twinbush, which is going to be quite cool, I find. God, how are we, like, there's more cars going to Essen Motor Show. I have no idea on how we're actually going to get them down there properly. Obviously, we could use a truck, but that's going to be a pain. Especially because they're going to be gone for like a week.
For a week?
For a week, and you know, we have something in that week, so we won't actually be there.
Oh, okay.
Or that week will actually be really hard because we got Essen Motor Show, we got a trip at the same time, which is like 6 days. And Essen Motor Show is like 8 days long or 10 days.
Okay.
So it's going to be very interesting. So maybe we actually need to pull up to Essen Motor Shows with the cars we're buying for the trip. But that could actually be quite cool for you guys to see the cars because it's something very different. So we're buying 3 new cars for a trip in December. Let's see, maybe it's actually a cool idea to do like a meet and greet at Essen Motor Show.
Yeah, of course.
Because I think for the people to actually see the cars before the video series goes out could be interesting. Kind of imagine it like Need for Speed. That's the only thing I'm going to say. And hashtag white body the world. That's very important. But yeah, D50 obviously staying absolutely crazy car. Definitely want to do more videos with the car as well. But I have to say the reality is that people do not like to watch the Lara videos. So it's kind of like, just enjoy it for ourselves really. Do a few reels here and there. Definitely gonna do a few track days next year with the car to fully show the potential. Also throw some slicks on the cars. Should be quite cool, but that's not going anywhere. We're gonna move on to the C63 507. Obviously the car I gifted to my dad now has 4,000 kilometers, I think, which is not bad. Keeping the car the way it is, literally. Gonna get a different exhaust. Grail, you should be quicker on this because they will have this car for development, so it's gonna get nice and rowdy. Yeah, everything else is gonna stay stock. This one, I really thought about doing a Black Series conversion, but then I was like, nah, rather just buy the Black Series and put it next to it. So in the long term, that's gonna definitely be the goal, to add a C63 Black Series next to this one. And I think maybe we should do like an AMG Supercar Camping kind of thingy, and then we'll take it. So again, I'm not worried about the mileage. Like, we can put 200,000 kilometers on this car. I don't really care because it's not being sold. Next one, C63S. A lot of people were actually asking about that car because obviously when we ordered the car, we announced it as this big project car. But one thing which I've really learned from the Audi TT is if you don't have your own place and your own mechanics, getting that kind of stuff built is actually not that easy. This is obviously kind of version 1 at the moment with the carbon head carbon parts. The Schmidt-Felgen on there. We're still missing side skirts, we're still missing suspension. That's all still gonna come. But I think in the near future, next year, definitely gonna throw out the rear seats, put a nice cage in it, get a lot of power in the car, probably like 850 or something horsepower, and get the grille blacked out, and probably wide body it as well, just to make it look proper menacing. And I think that will be it for the C63, but I definitely want to do a lot more content on that, especially because for me, this is the last proper C63. Obviously, also not going to sell it, and I just think it's a beautiful, timeless car, right?
Yeah, of course. I love it too.
Maybe a color shade. It looks really good. E63S right here at the moment, absolutely filthy. This car has not moved in months. If you're questioning why this number plate is off, it's quite simple, because we wanted that number plate on the G-Wagon. What's going to happen to that car? Not sure. Might actually get rid of it because we got too many wagons at the moment. Still want to do one video with the RS6, with the E63S and the M3 Touring. So not quite sure what's going to happen with this specific E63, but I definitely want to keep an E63 because I think they are the best cars for what they can do. Still would always take an E63 over an M3 Touring, even though the Touring looks better in my opinion. Well, that's filthy. Welcome to the beautiful Vantage AMR, which is absolutely dusty, filthy, sandy, and muddy, everything at the same time, still from Supercar Camping. And I quickly want to address something. This might be a little bit of a longer video, but I don't care, so don't worry about cutting it too short. I literally don't care. If it's longer, you gotta watch longer. And make sure to actually subscribe. This went really viral on Insta. Like, really viral. I think it's almost at 9 million views now, which is quite crazy. Because the car did go off-road slightly. And a lot of people didn't enjoy that and had their opinions on it. And for all of those people who didn't enjoy that, I'll quickly explain something. We were in a place where we talked to people in SUVs. They were like, yeah, you can go down there. Totally fine. Not going to be an issue. I obviously backed out. Maybe I'm a pussy, but I didn't want to do it in the GTR, which I'm very happy about right now because this is actually a lot higher. And yeah, you saw the video and everyone's like, oh my God, you broke the car. And I'm going to tell you exactly what broke on the car right now. Nothing. Literally, not a single thing. You saw a clip where here the car was pushing a stone and you can see the front splitter is broken.
Stop. Stop.
The front splitter was actually broken before the trip, so that's not from it. There's not even a single scratch from that little expedition, which is crazy. Like, I wouldn't believe it myself, but that car literally did not take any harm. Literally nothing. So it's perfectly fine, and that's crazy, right, Nico?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just dirty.
Yeah, it's literally just dirty, but like what Aston Martin built with this car is actually insane.
Yeah.
To think about like an English manufacturer being capable of doing something like that is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously in the UK you got to be used to water, but not the amount of water that car took. Well, that's still from the GTR. Pretty messed up.
Is it the top one?
Well, this is not the pop one, but you can see this one is also not in the best state anymore.
I said it as used, so
Yeah, a little bit used. Actually, we still have some videos of where the car got fixed, so we can actually put that in. Lewis is basically using the cave as a storage at this point. No idea when this is leaving. It's for sale, so if any of you actually want it, make sure to get it. Sprinter, still here, still majestic, great car that. And gonna be a full build series on that car as well. Because as Supercar Camping gets bigger and bigger, at some point we might actually need a support vehicle, which is going to be behind the scenes, because stuff like that with the tires of the GTR just can't happen anymore. At the end it costs up 5 more days, and just time-wise that's not possible. Then, Jesus, I mean, guys, I'm sorry. Really sorry. Well, first of all, DBX is here, looking very good. For anyone questioning, yes, we still own 2. The crashed one is still our car. No idea what's actually going on with it, but I guess we'll find out shortly. Maybe if worse comes to worse, we'll do a rebuild series on ourselves, on our DBX 707. I think I definitely have the capabilities to do that. We'll move on to... Yes, this is Lewis's car. This is Lewis's E36. It's looking a bit different at the moment, I would like to say. But we're not going to do an update on that right now. Our Dodge Challenger Red Eye. As you guys know, we wanted to sell the car. Nobody wanted the car, if we're being honest. And now the question is, do we sell it? Do we keep it? What do we do with it? On one hand, I'm like, yeah, it could be kind of cool for a trip. But anyone who's ever like really driven one of these knows they don't really drive good. So it's not even a huge pleasure to drive it for like 5-10 minutes, yeah. And like I can tell you right now, if I do another video, I'll take it out one more time and drive it. I'm gonna laugh my ass off and love it. But then if I drive it for 2 days, I'm gonna absolutely hate it. So it's a full-on love-hate relationship with the car. So not sure on that. I don't think I need to say anything. Aston Martin Vantage GT8, my baby. That's not going anywhere. And you still have to drive it, but you heard it for the first time.
oh my God, it was so loud.
It's good,
real,
man.
yeah.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Absolutely adore this car. This will never go anywhere. Like literally, I will leave the channel before this car will leave the channel. Like that's my baby. If I had to take one car home right now and be like, okay, TheSatinCrew is done. We're gonna keep doing it. Don't want to have all these cars. Keeping this, just my baby, my absolute baby. It's just
Cute.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was cute.
Oh yeah, DBS Ultimate is not here at the moment. Still got that. Don't worry about that. Do we have any other? Yes, the white Vantage, V12 Vantage S. Hopefully there will be an update on that car at some point. No idea what's going on, to be honest. DB12. I gave you a bit of an update, but as soon as some stuff clears up, I will give you another update on that as well. I'm currently potentially looking at the new Vantage, which could be quite interesting. F1 Vantage is actually sold at this point, which is good. That's gone because sadly no one liked it. Really disappointing. You know, like I had the idea, you take a car like the Vantage, put a crazy livery, put skis on it, rally lights, take it in the snow. It's like, yo, that's social media, people are gonna find it cool. No one. Literally no one gave a single No one cared about the car, so that was really disappointing. Audi R8 GT. So you guys kind of know how it's going for us at the moment. Supposed to get a different exhaust. Well, that didn't fit. So the car's back. Still stock. Yeah. I don't know what to say at this point.
Sounds like a Volkswagen Golf. I don't know.
But how many things are just not working at this time right now? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's really bad. Like right now, it's not a good time. Well, it is a good time. We don't want to argue or complain about anything. But for certain projects and cars, stuff just takes way longer than we want it to. And that's an issue.
But what's this thing behind you?
Yeah, well, that's actually quite cool. So first of all, exhaust will still be fitted. Shout out to Grail. KW suspension is still going to go into the car. Yeah. I don't think I need to say much. So I was talking to Avery Dennison, and I was like, you guys want to do something crazy? They were like, okay, maybe. I was like, should we make the R8 pink? They were like, you sure about that? I was like, no. Do you want it? I was like, yes. So yeah, the R8 is actually going bubblegum pink. You guys asked for more colors and we're doing it, which is actually super surprising. I'm sorry that I'm talking so much, but I'm actually enjoying this right now. I hope you guys are too. So on the Supercar Camping Instagram channel, if you haven't seen it, that's a channel where there's literally just Supercar Camping stuff being uploaded. We did a questionnaire about the GTR. If you guys preferred it in a color like the gold, or if you wanted to go black. And we did that multiple times now. And you need to see for us, since we started, everyone complained about the fact that we do everything satin black. And then we start doing questions about what we should do, and people are asking us to make them go back to satin black. Like, what the hell? Like, doesn't make any sense. I mean, if it was just for me, I would literally just keep everything satin black because I like it sinister. But yeah, with the R8, it's gonna go pink. I think it could actually look really cool. That's why I'm doing it. The color is not supposed to stay on the car for a long time. I'm thinking like maybe 2-3 months. And then I want to make it brushed steel black because I think that's going to be really cool. But the idea right now is make it fully bubblegum pink, use some gloss black details. If you recall on the TT, we did those lines which go across everywhere. That's kind of what I want to do. So I think it's going to look quite cool.
We talked about it. Two-phase car would be amazing. So
yeah, that's actually a very, very good point. Write in the comments if you would like to see a two-phase car. Could be very cool, because I think having the two options could be nice. So let's see, maybe we're gonna do it. Obviously, the Lara Stradale, the TheSatinCrew spec one, obviously that's not gonna go anywhere either. Love the car, like absolutely love it. Definitely need to do a lot more stuff with it. And I still want to get you in the car and you actually need to drive and experience it.
okay.
So for now, let's head back to the lounge because we still got some talking to do, which is weird. Like usually right now we're trying to get the videos really fast paced and we don't really take our time to like just sit down and talk to you guys. But obviously, as you can see, a lot of cars are not here at the moment. If I'm missing some, I'm very sorry. It's just hard to keep track when cars are like everywhere. So obviously the Audi TTRS is currently still at downforce racing. Getting some aero stuff done, new wing, front splitter, side skirts, everything absolutely insane. Literally with gold plated bolts, like crazy. After that, the car will actually go to a different place to get the interior redone completely. So everything will fly out, everything will be fully customized. So my goal is to get the car back January next year. If we are lucky, the car will go to Essen Motor Show because a lot of brands actually want the car. If we can pull it off in time, we will do that, definitely. I literally didn't think it would take that long. The car's in build since, I think right now, literally 1 year. And we haven't driven the car since 1 year. And now we haven't seen the car since like half a year, which is crazy. But that's fine, it's okay. Sometimes stuff just takes a little bit longer. Obviously some cars missing right now at the moment. RS6 is not here, Wraith is not here, and some other stuff. But let's get back to some positive news. You guys can expect there to be a lot of new cars actually joining the channel. So right now, as it's looking, we're looking to like 3 to 6 cars still this year, which is going to be crazy. Different kind of cars, literally different kind of cars. We're going to start working on the cars ourselves as a group, Lewis, Nico and I, which is going to be quite funny.
Yeah, we are experts. So
Yeah, literally, we've done this so many times, and it's
I mean,
going to
you
be
showed
super
your
easy.
skills on the twin bush.
Exactly, mate. Exactly, like me changing a tire, easy. Actually, yeah, shout out to Twinbush because they are really going to help us out as well, because we do need more lifts and all that kind of stuff, because the projects are going to go crazy and crazy. Like this year we still have three very exciting projects. So obviously the next Supercar Camping trip, then we got Vegas coming up, Las Vegas SEMA, then we got another trip coming up actually, and then something we want to do towards the end of December, towards Christmas time. We want to do a Supercar Camping charity run, which we're going to do through every single city in Germany, because it just works like that time-wise the best, and give away toys and all that kind of stuff to children in need. I think that will be very fun as well. And we are going to document it, not for the fact that we show that we help people, literally for the fact to showcase how easy it is to help people. Because I know if in social media you upload something like that, everyone's like, oh my god, you're doing that for reach and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't care about the follower number, but I just want to showcase how easy it is, and with how little amount of like literally doing something, you can help someone. So that's what we're going to do for sure. Next year, January, mark my words. If everything works out, we will probably do the most extreme trip we will have ever done. It's just to kind of give you an idea. We're talking about like a 10-day road trip. That 10-day road trip will, just to put it into a picture, roughly cost us 350,000 euros. That's one project, which is coming next year, just for you guys. And that's also good for everyone who's like, no, why not in German? Reason is that we need big partners. We want to work with big partners, because obviously we can pay for everything up front ourselves, but it's obviously nice if someone can help out. So that's coming. And then just a lot of crazy stuff next year, so get very excited for that. Oh yeah, that point. Very important point. Obviously, a lot of new cars coming and all that kind of stuff. Get excited for that. Not mentioning anything. The most excited thing, which I'm the most excited about, is going to be the Mustang GTD. Very hyped on that car. That's going to be so sick. And that car, I promise to you guys, I'm going to take that Supercar Camping. And my honest goal for it is to like do 100,000 kilometers in 1 year. Because I know no one is going to properly drive that car. It's only going to sit in a collection. And I really want to daily it, because I think that's just kind of a cool flex. Location. That's going to be a topic for the next year. Sooner or later, we are probably going to leave the cave, which is going to be quite sad, because obviously it's where everything kind of like properly started. But we need to get something bigger. We would like to have some daylight because we're only sitting in the dark all day. So probably gonna actually find a different place with maybe some outside space as well, that we can do some drifting and stuff in a legal way. Obviously, everything is always filmed on private roads. But yeah, so there's a lot of cool stuff actually coming right now. Obviously, right now there's a phase between the Supercar Camping stuff where we're still trying to figure out what we should actually do in the time between. Because obviously, Nico and Lewis, once Supercar Camping is done, it's literally like 10 videos, which equals to 10 weeks of content. We would post 2 of those videos a week, but that's just not possible editing-wise, because one video literally takes a week. So we're currently thinking about cool things we can do on the Wednesday videos, which will come back shortly. Just everything being prepared right now. But I think, and I hope you guys can see what we're planning because of Supercar Camping, like how big we want to go, like we want to do stuff no one has ever done. Like just imagine driving from like Norway to literally Africa and cuddling with a lion. Like that's kind of the stuff we want to do next year. So yeah, I think that explains most of it. Again, I didn't really mention what kind of cars are coming, but just keep it as a surprise. Going to be very cool. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see each other next time. Thank you.